What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode here at Heartletics. Coach Joe. And what we're going to be talking about today is how pain is temporary. And this is something that you guys need to master and really understand. At the end of the day, like every adversity, every strife, everything that's negative in your life, every pain, every hardship, it's not here to stay. It's temporary. And you guys need to understand that. The longer you continue to dwell on the problems, the longer those problems are going to last for, right? When you understand that this pain that we're dealing with, right, maybe it's coming in through, let's say, negativity or drama or whatever the case may be, maybe the uncertainty of the future, whatever it is, right? It's not here to last. It's not. It's going to be here for a short period of time and that's it. And the quicker that we understand that, we can start getting a little bit past the pain and right back on track, right, with the promised land to where we're trying to get to in life and achieve our goals. And if you guys are tuning in for the first time, well, welcome. My name's Coach Joe at Heartletics.com, and my job is to inspire you. My job is to motivate you. My job is to help you become the best version of yourself, not just physically, but most importantly, mentally. Because at the end of the day, like if you see something in your head, you can accomplish it in reality, plain and simple. And so when it comes down to pain and what we're going to be talking about today, I'll say it like this, and this is going to either trigger you or it's going to be that little poke that might help you become the best version of yourself. And this is the reality. You can either have excuses or you can have results. You cannot have both. At the end of the day, everybody wants to look good with their shirts off. Everybody wants to feel good. Everybody wants to have more confidence, right? But what is your discipline showing? What is your action showing? When everything's great and there's no pain, there's no suffering, there's no negativity, nothing, guess what? It's a lot easier to stay on course with reaching your health and fitness goals. It's a lot easier to stay on track of things, but that's not life. That is not the life that we live in. So what happens when life throws you a curveball? What happens when life throws you some pain, some adversity? That is where your discipline really shows who you are. At the end of the day, like, what are the decisions that you're making during the hard times? Are you the type of person that's constantly going to give up, go back to your old ways? Or are you going to be that person that's going to continue to be, let's just say, hard-headed and not give up? Continue to push through, continue to push through, continue to push through until, right, it's not so hard anymore. Until you get past that discomfort, until you get past the pain. And guys, that's what life's all about. That's how you expand outside your comfort zone. That's how you grow in life, is to understand that pain, yes, it's bad at first, but it can really help you. There's lots of things in life that needs pain, right? That needs some kind of discomfort. That's why I always say that what pressure builds diamonds, right? At the end of the day, like, when you want something great in life, it's going to require some kind of pressure. It's going to require some kind of adversity because that's what makes you stronger in the end. And I always say, like, you go to the gym to lift up your weights, right, and build your biceps, which is great. Those reps matter when it comes to developing a strong body. But what's more important than having a strong body is having a strong mindset. And how do you have that strong mindset? Well, it requires you to put in the reps. It truly does. Think about the reps as every time life throws you a curveball, every time life throws you adversity, what are you going to do? Do you go back to your old ways or do you continue to fight? Because at the end of the day, like, remember, this is your story, nobody else's. This is your life, nobody else's. You have one life to make the best out of it, plain and simple. What are your decisions showing you? What are your decisions proving to be true about your life? And here's the thing, I get it. It's not easy to make the better ended decisions, especially during the hard times. It's a lot easier to give up. But what is that going to prove? What is that going to do? Right? Who in the end is that really going to help out? All that does is makes it a lot easier for you to continue to give up and continue to make up excuses. I said it before, right? I'll say it again. You can either have excuses or you can have results. You cannot have both. So at the end of the day, like, what are you willing to do to get the results that you're looking for once and for all? Are you willing to put in the hard work? Are you willing to put in the reps? Are you willing to sacrifice, right? Your time, your commitment, your energy to become the best version of yourself. Because who you are today, let's face the facts here, people. If you're struggling, right, in terms of not reaching your goals or struggling with your health and fitness journey, that person that you are today, we need to cut ties with, right? We need to rip off the Band-Aid and we need to stop feeding whoever that person is today if they're not invested into becoming the best version of themselves for tomorrow. Meaning, guess what? You're lazy. You're making up excuses. You're a quitter. That person needs to die. Those character traits, those bad habits, those skills of feeding the bad wolf, it needs to go. That's not helping out anybody. Not you nor your family's sake, because at the end of the day, let's face the facts here. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So whatever decisions that you continue to make during the hard times, think about how your family is going to see that as well. Be the hero of your life once and for all. And I'm going to give you guys the action steps on how to do that. Once again, it's so easy, right, to make the better decisions when life's great. You know what's hard to do is to make those better-ended decisions when it's hard. Plain and simple. But that's what matters most. That is where the discipline builds from. That's where the mental reps come into handy to help you give the willpower to feed the good wolf and not make your excuses up like how you have been in feeding the bad wolf. So here's what I want you to do. Every time life throws you a curveball, every time life throws you some adversity, before you even acknowledge the situation at hand and respond to it, okay? Just sit back and just ask yourself this. The person that I'm trying to become, what would they do? Plain and simple. So in a business perspective, let's say you want to make $1 million. Awesome. Well, let's say you're having a bad day at work and somebody asks for a refund. Okay, well, if you were making $1 million and that's what you wanted to do, would you care? If somebody asked for a refund, would you just wave it off and say, all right, here, take your money back and that's it. Peace out, Girl Scout. Sorry it didn't work. What would the millionaire mindset of yourself do in that situation? Or would they be argumentative? Would they, try to not give that refund, make it harder for that individual? Think about those. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So now comes to you, right, with the body that you're trying to achieve, right? Feeling good, having more confidence, having more energy to play with your kids, right? Looking better in those photos, looking better in the mirror, maybe more improved sex life, whatever the case may be that you're trying to work on with your, right, health and body. Well, think about this. What are you going to do, right, when the times are hard, when you don't feel like getting out of bed? I bet you anything, if you sat there and said to yourself, okay, this person of myself that's, let's say, they have the six-pack abs, they have this awesome work ethic, mental monster, right, where they're just on top of it, would they get out of bed? Odds are the answer is going to be yes. 100%. It's going to be yes. That's how you need to live your life each and every day. That's how you act as if. Okay? You want to achieve somebody or something in your life, right? You want to be somebody that you're not currently right now? Start acting like that person. Start acting and having those character traits as what would they do? And I promise you this, if you do this in anything in life, it's going to help you get through that pain. It's going to help you get through the hard times. And then pretty soon, you're going to start having a little twist on things. When you understand truly that when life's throwing you these curveballs, when life's throwing you these adversities, when life's throwing you this pain, or maybe you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, understand this. It is just a sign that you are on the right track to becoming the best version of yourself. It is a sign that you are in alignment with your goals. And it is life just testing you to see how bad do you want it. Because at the end, you can have excuses or you can have results. You cannot have both. So how bad do you want it? You say you want to look good. You say you want to have more energy, but what? You don't want to track your macros? You don't want to wake up and have a morning routine? You don't want to go to the gym? Well, guess what? The person that you're trying to become, I bet you anything, they would be happy to do that. That's the type of person that you're trying to become where they don't say, I have to do this. They say, I get to do this. And there's a big difference, right? Because remember, how you do one thing is how you do everything. And understanding that truly is going to help you out with, let's face the facts here, making some of those harder decisions in life. It's not fun. It's not sexy, right? But at the end of the day, making the harder decisions and getting it over with, you're ripping off the Band-Aid. And how you do one thing is how you do everything, right? So start ripping off the Band-Aid, start taking a little bit more risk, start taking a little bit more action, right, in your life. And pretty soon it's going to start being a little bit easier for you to continue to do that. Because for once, you're creating the better character traits. For once, you're building up your willpower, that mental muscle, by feeding the good wolf, by making the hard decisions early on to make things easier for you later on in life. It's called playing the long game, not playing the short game. That's why, I'm not the biggest fan of just hopping on some kind of fad diet or cutting out carbs or fasting, whatever the case may be, where it's just a quick win, a quick, fix, but nothing to the extent of sustainability, nothing to the extent, right, of creating these long-term habits. And that's what it's all about, people, is becoming the best version of yourself, not for today, but most importantly for tomorrow. That's what it matters most. What are the habits? What is the discipline that you have today that's helping you for the next, 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road? What kind of, examples are you teaching and preaching about? Are you just talking the talk, or are you walking the walk? These are the types of things that you need to understand. So when it comes down to it, life's always going to throw you these curveballs. And at the end of the day, it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be sexy in the beginning to make these harder decisions. But trust me, the more and more you continue to make these harder decisions, the easier life will be in the end. Plain and simple, So just understand this, that pain, it's temporary. It's not here to last. And understand, too, that it could also be a blessing in disguise, because it means that you're on the right track to becoming the best version of yourself. And as long as you focus on what would that 2.0 version of myself do during these hard times, what decisions will they make, it's going to make things a lot easier for you down the road. Guys, I really hope you guys got some value from today's episode. If you did, share it with a friend, share it with a loved one, share it on social media. I'll greatly appreciate that. And if you guys want to also, take the next steps to becoming the best version of yourself, go visit Heartletics.com. We have plenty of free information on there to give you guys all the tools to succeed on your health and fitness journey, not just physically, but mentally as well, to become the best version of yourself. With that being said, this has been Coach Joe, and I'll talk to you guys in the next episode. Peace out, Girl Scout.